Hi children, welcome to Tips and Tricks. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the bonds, chemical bonds. Chemical bonds. There are two types of bonds, ionic bond or electrovalent bond. And covalent bond. There are two types of bonds. So today let's talk about ionic bond. What is ionic bond? First point is ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. Ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. Metals give away electrons. Non-metals accept electrons. So there is a strong electrostatic force formed between metals and non-metals. So ionic bonds are formed between metals and non-metals. Let us take our favorite example, NaCl. Na plus Cl minus. Sodium is a metal. Its electronic configuration is 281. Chlorine is a non-metal. Its electronic configuration is 287. So sodium will give away one electron and chlorine will accept one electron. Thereby they both attain the octet position. So they become ions. So there is a strong force between them. So which is known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So what are the properties of ionic bond? Let's discuss. What are the properties of ionic bond? Ionic bond physical state. Physical state. They are in solid. In physical state, they are in solid state. Because there is a strong force, electrostatic force between them. Metals give away electrons, non-metals accept electrons. Physical state is solid. And then their melting point and boiling points are very high. Why? Their melting points and boiling points are very high because there is a strong bond between them. It is very difficult to break their bonds. So we need lot of energy to break the bonds. So their melting point and boiling points are very high, and they are bad conductors. Bad conductors at solid status, solid form. When they are in solid state, they are bad conductors because they cannot, there is no, see, ions are not, why they are bad conductors at solid state? Because ions are not free. They are not free. They have a strong bond between them. They are not free. But at molten state, ions become free. So they at molten state, they are good conductors. At molten state, they are good conductors. Understood? And at aqua state, see, at aqua state, they are good conductors. Why? They are good conductors. Why? Because water weakens the electrostatic force between them. Water weakens the electrostatic force between them. Static force between them. So then they become good conductors. So what did we learn in about ionic bond. Ionic bonds, it is also called electrovalent bond. It is a strong bond formed between metals and non-metals, because metals give away electrons and non-metals accept electrons. Thereby a strong bond is formed between metals and non-metals. Example, NaCl, MgCl2, these are all the ionic bonds formed. And at physical state, their spherical state is solid state. And the next, what did we learn? They are bad conductors at solid state and good conductors at molten and aqua state. Okay, this is all about ionic bonds.